So this is absolutely ridiculous, but I genuinely need to know if I'm the problem here. I'm a 29-year-old guy who works night shifts at the hospital. I leave for work around 7 p.m. and get home around 7 a.m. Pretty standard for healthcare workers, right? Well, here's where it gets weird. I have this light sensitivity issue, so I wear sunglasses during the daytime when I'm out. I'm also really pale because, well, I work nights and sleep during the day. Not exactly getting a tan. Oh, and I'm vegetarian. But I buy raw meat for my cat, Mr. Whiskers, because he's not about that plant-based life. About 2 months ago, my neighbor apparently saw me coming home at dawn wearing sunglasses, carrying a package of raw steak from the store. I didn't think anything of it. I was tired, I fed my cat, and I went to bed. Fast forward a week, and things started getting strange. The first incident was when a kid, maybe 8 years old, approached me while I was getting my mail and asked if I sparkle in the sunlight. I laughed and said no, thinking he was just being a weird kid. He looked disappointed and ran away. Then I found a full bulb of garlic on my porch, just sitting there. No note, nothing. I thought maybe it fell out of someone's grocery bag, so I tossed it. The next week, 3 more garlic bulbs appeared, this time with a note that said, just in case. That's when I started getting suspicious. I asked my next-door neighbor, Janet, if she knew what was going on. She got this really uncomfortable look on her face. She said, well, there's been some talk in the neighborhood about your lifestyle. Lifestyle? I'm a nurse who plays video games and watches Netflix. What lifestyle? Turns out, my other neighbor, Brenda, had seen me with the raw meat at dawn wearing sunglasses and apparently told half the neighborhood that I'm a vampire, an actual vampire. I thought this was hilarious. I genuinely laughed for like 10 minutes straight. Janet did not find it funny. She very seriously told me that several people were concerned, and that the HOA president wanted to know if I needed special accommodations for my condition. Here's where I might be the problem. Instead of just explaining that I work nights and have light sensitivity, I thought it would be funny to lean into it a little bit. Not in a creepy way, just vague. So when Janet asked directly if I was a vampire, I said, with a completely straight face, I don't discuss my dietary restrictions with neighbors. Janet's eyes went wide. She nodded slowly and backed away. I thought that would be the end of it. It was not. Within a week, a teenager from 3 houses down knocked on my door and asked if I was looking for a familiar. I had no idea what that meant. He explained he'd do tasks in exchange for immortality eventually. I told him I wasn't hiring and closed the door, but I was trying so hard not to laugh. Then the neighborhood watch started monitoring my house specifically. I noticed people walking by more often, looking at my windows. Someone even took a picture of my house at night. The absolute peak of this insanity was last week when the HOA president, Gary, knocked on my door during the day. I answered wearing sunglasses because, again, light sensitivity. He asked if there were any unusual lifestyle practices he should be aware of for insurance purposes. I told him everything was normal. He looked at my sunglasses, looked at the time on his watch, showing 2 p.m., and said, right, normal. He left. My girlfriend thinks this has gone too far. She says I need to send out a neighborhood email or something, explaining that I'm just a normal guy with a night job. She's genuinely worried someone's gonna call the cops on me for being suspicious, but I think it's harmless fun. Nobody's been hostile, just weird. And I kind of enjoy the absurdity of it all. I even started wearing a black cape to take out the trash once, just to see what would happen. 3 people crossed the street. My girlfriend is furious about the cape incident. She says I'm actively encouraging insane behavior and that I'm gonna end up as that weird guy in the neighborhood forever. My best friend says I should double down and install those fake window shutters that look like coffins. My girlfriend nearly broke up with me when I laughed at that suggestion. So Reddit, am I the problem here? Should I clarify that I'm just a regular nurse with an unfortunate schedule and light sensitivity? Or is it harmless to let people think whatever they want? 'Cause honestly, the garlic is piling up, and I've started making garlic bread every week. At least there's a silver lining. So, aita? No AITA? Damn, I am having too much fun.